This is Stable Secrets. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Riley. Horses may not talk, but trust us, their riders sure do.
We're two friends in the hunter-jumper world, pulling back the curtain on the barn life we all live.
The highs, the lows, and the secrets in between.
For this week, we're gonna just give little life updates. What's been happening? Riley, you want to start?
Another episode without planning. This seems to be a common theme with us, which is not a bad thing, because we both are pretty brain dead at the end of the day, so I'm glad we can muster up the energy to come on here and talk about our lives. Alright, so, life updates. Well, I said in the last episode that I'm going pro, and I said that because of our schedules, we wouldn't really have time to talk about it.
Right.
But schedules change, so here we are. So, you've started your own business before, technically, right?
I mean, yeah, background stuff.
So, I had never before. So, I never knew what all it really entailed, like creating an LLC, filing that with like the Secretary of State, making sure there are no trademarks you're interfering with that LLC name, making sure there are no other LLCs in your state with those names, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So fun fact, the first name I had was River Ridge Farm, and there was already somebody in the state of Georgia with that LLC. So I pivoted and made it River Ridge Sport Horses. And thankfully, nobody in the state of Georgia had that. So there was that, and then get your EIN. I just opened my bank account now that everything like through the state of Georgia is good to go. And I went pro last week in USEF just because one of my friends did me a favor and distributed my rate sheet to a barn who she knows needs a rider. So I already had a phone call with that trainer, and we're working on getting me on the schedule, and that's really exciting. So we don't have a plan and like a set schedule just yet, but I will keep riding those horses that I have been riding until March 1st, and then we're going to go from there. And then I'm going to announce it and see what else I can get. But otherwise, I don't know. I feel like Kelsey made a good point earlier. She was like, well, what's your why? Why do you want to do it?
Yeah, what is your why?
For some reason, I'm really mentally ill, and I have a passion for horses.
I feel like we can all relate to that. We all have some kind of mental illness that just has us so hopelessly devoted to these four-legged murder machines.
And that's a great way of putting it. It's true. And, like, I've been a pro before, and I only got my amateur status back because I went corporate full-time, and I had to be in the office 5 days a week. So, I could not show during the week when pros would need to. I can personally say I've never had a problem with checking the box again, because that's literally all you do is you check the box and give you digital signature, and it's an instantaneous thing, and then you get an email from USEF Amateur Inquiry Inbox, and then you're a pro again. What are you giggling at over there?
My coworker joined the live. I saw her name pop up, and I was like, wait, I know her.
Under the Stable Secrets podcast TikTok?
Yeah, she follows us and she listens to all of our stuff.
That's so funny. Is she still in
Shout
there?
out Amy. No, it just says joined. Maybe she's back. I don't think so. But
wait, that's awesome. Probably because you weren't talking, so.
No, she like came in and out a couple times.
That's awesome. See, I like small pivots like that. That's fun.
I think she's back. Oh, she left again. Sorry.
You should wave to her.
I was gonna, but she's gone. Because you have someone, CJ Chargers. Someone asked me why I decided to wear glasses today a little bit ago, and I'm like, there's no glasses on my face. Thanks, though. I don't know.
Random.
I just random.
Okay, wait. So
I'm not wearing glasses. Sorry.
Okay, back to the pro stuff.
Back to the podcast.
But basically, I get the itch every now and then to be like, well, I have FOMO. I know being a pro full time is a really hard life. I never wanted my own farm, really. I contemplated it. There's a lot of overhead. And Kelsey's distracted by the TikTok live stream. But I decided this was a good way to bridge the gap. Otherwise, I would be down to work for somebody. It's just like when you've gone corporate and you make a certain threshold of money, like you're not going to settle for less. Like you can settle for a little bit less, but I don't know. So, me and my boyfriend have a joke. We'll be a triple income, no kid household, a tink household.
You'll be tinks. How cute. Triple income.
Actually, we'll
no
technically
kids.
be. My friend said this the other day. She was like, "You'll be a tinkwad, triple income, no kids, with a dog, but we have 2 dogs." Tinkwads.
Triple income, no kids with a dog. Tinkwads. That's a new one.
I had never heard it before either, but yeah, no, we're all for it, and so.
So is the
thankfully, Matt's
title of
all
this
for it.
episode going to be Secrets of Being a Tinkwad?
I don't think that's gonna get a lot of clicks. Or it'll be one extreme or the other. They'll be like, "Wow, they're weird," or they'll be really intrigued by it and click it.
True. Yeah, they'll be like, I'm going to need someone to elaborate on this for me. What is a tinkwad?
We could rage bait people. Be like, "This is why you should go pro, because stop settling for less." Which is not. I might rage bait some people, but I digress. That's a tangent I won't go on. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I started getting the itch December of 2024. Reached out to a couple people. Then I was an amateur with the Caroleys for a little bit. And then I was just, like, screw it. Let's just go for it, because being an amateur is really expensive, as everybody knows. Being a horseback rider in general is really expensive.
Yeah, it's
So-
really expensive.
Why, if I work remotely, why should I go ride all these horses for free when I can get paid to do it?
Agreed.
That's kind of where my mindset is these days. And like in Atlanta specifically, there are a good handful of trainers that don't ride and don't have riders, so there is a need in the market. So I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe I'll fill the need, or maybe it won't get any hits and I'll be like, all right, never mind. Yeah.
I do have a question.
Sure.
How do you, I guess, feel about trainers that don't ride?
This is a double-edged sword, Kelsey. So, if they're like old, like really
Oh, well,
old,
yeah.
like I'm talking,
Yeah.
like
If they're
70s.
old, I understand
That's one
that.
thing.
Right.
That's one thing. I understand, like, there are trainers I've ridden for before who have had previous injuries to where they can only do so much. And
Right.
I think that's kind of the case with a lot of the people in Atlanta. However, if you haven't, like, ridden, like, really ridden in a while, I don't know if it's because you don't want to or you don't feel like you need to in order to keep your students' horses in shape.
Right.
I feel a little bit of a type of way about that.
That's more why I'm asking. Like, I totally
Yeah.
understand if you've had an injury or if you're like retired, you've hit that age, you don't want to take the risk anymore because it is a dangerous sport. But the trainers that just don't ride and aren't able to get on and fix their students' horses, because I'm willing to bet even like the older people that are retired, if they're pissed off enough, or whether that's at the horse or the student
They'll
or
be
whatever, like they
"Get
want to
off,
show
kid,
you
I'll
how
do
it's
it."
done. Exactly. They're going to
They'll pull
get
you
on and
off.
do it. Right.
Yeah.
But the trainers that are like, well, guess that's it. Like, I don't know. I can't fix that. Can't get on and do it for you. Like, I don't love that. That's what I wasn't sure,
There
like,
are-
what the kind of mix was with what you were talking about.
There, it's kind of a mixed bag here,
Mhm.
and I know some that do not ride at all and are not old. That if something needs to happen and get trained, they'll have
Mhm.
somebody come do it for them and bring in a friend or whatever and help out the horse.
That's
But
wild to me.
I agree. It's like you have to tread really lightly saying those things though, because
Oh yeah.
everybody has a different situation. You never know what people are going through, what's going on.
Yeah.
And so like just as an outsider looking in, I've always found it kind of weird.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. Atlanta's a really weird mixed bag of trainers.
There's quite a few
It's
of those
very-
trainers around Katy and Houston as well. Like I've definitely seen those growing up and stuff. Like there's some that I've never seen on a horse and
Mhm.
like have tried to look up older records or something and I've never seen anything. So I'm like, how did you get to where you are? Just kind of
Yeah.
curious, you know?
Yeah, and I found the Atlanta and the Houston trainer and farm markets very similar. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There are a lot more jumper and like bigger jumper barns in Houston
Mhm.
compared to Atlanta. Anybody that's like
Interesting.
hugely successful in Atlanta does not stay in Atlanta. They're on the road constantly. Like you have like Hunt Tosh.
Yeah.
That man, I doubt he is ever home. He doesn't need to
Mhm.
be home. All of his business and all of his clients will stay on the road with him. That's not to say he doesn't come home sometimes, but
Right.
I
Some
grew
do
up
home
where
base.
his farm is. Exactly. So there are a few, but they're on the road because there's not like so we have the Georgia International Horse Park here where the Olympics were in '96, and since I would say about 2014, that showgrounds, it's kind of like it's in a decent spot, but Tryon was built, Wek Ocala was built, and so there were
Mhm.
bigger, better venues in more hotspot areas of the South that people just migrated to instead.
Right.
So now, like, Conyers has some shows, but it's locals. There are no A's, and then there are some smaller A's in like Atlanta and a facility just south of Atlanta. But you don't do like the big money sales for the most part here, and like the big money horses there in Florida with an Atlanta trainer. But again, they're
Right.
very few and far between those trainers.
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
weird. But Katy and Houston has the market for the big price tags. I mean, it's Texas. You got a lot of people, and like between
Everything's bigger
Tyler.
in Texas.
ain't that the truth? But in between Tyler, Dallas, and Houston, you have a lot more options and like markets and everything. So like
Yeah.
it's just different. But like the saturation, the drama, the bullshit, it's all the same in Atlanta and Houston. It's crazy.
I feel like it's just the horse market in general. Like, if you're in the horse world, there's going to be crazy some kind of way.
Yeah. I saw a lot of stuff in Houston, like a lot of drama between barns and people, and I was like, oh my god, this is too much. But it's not, you'll see the same thing everywhere you go. Those are the
Yeah.
two markets I've been the most exposed to, and that's just horses.
Same story, different barn.
So you tell me, what's your life update? What's new with you?
So in somewhat exciting news for me, I actually got to ride my horse this week twice. The first day I went out and did our little typical lunge with nothing on after a nice groom until he's a little bit warm or until he thinks he's done, which doesn't take very long. Take him, tack him up. And I actually got this new pad. I'll have to look up the full name of it when I'm not live streaming, but it's some kind of ortho pad, and it's a shimmable pad, kind of like the Equiline. Is it Equiline?
Oh, look at
Not
it.
Equiline.
Equifit?
No, maybe.
Mattis?
No, Thin Line. They're in line. That's what I'm talking about.
Thin.
It's like
a
a
lot of them
thin
are
line pad.
shimmable.
Yeah, well, they kept telling me to get Thin Line, whatever. But it's an ortho pad on Amazon for a great price, and it comes with 3 different size shims for 4 different quadrants in the pad, and the front section, like right through the withers, almost has like a Tempur-Pedic feel to it, just like an extra little padding that's built in. So I was really excited to try that on him and see if that made any difference on how he felt with the saddle being added back on because he'd gotten a little sore again, just with the added weight, I guess, or how it was sitting. I don't know. It fits him really well. He just wasn't liking something. But I put it on. He went out, and you could tell he was trying to figure out if he was going to hop or not. And he ended up stretching down, like nose to the ground, going into this gorgeous big trot, using his shoulders, and he'd go up into a canter, back down to the trot, like really pushing himself and playing with it and moving so much more forward. And I was like, all right, we'll do a little lunge. And I was going to walk him out on the lunge line, and I was like, I need to feel like if by adding my weight he starts hopping again, then I know like we need to do something else. It's not fixed, or not necessarily all the way fixed regardless, but just something's still missing. Like there's another piece to this puzzle. And I got on and I just asked him for a little trot, and he went straight into it. Felt amazing. The loft was there, or the impulsion was there right off the back. The spook was also there, so had to stay strapped, be prepared for that, because he is a catty little thing, and I did not want to hit the hard ground in my parents' backyard. But we did not. We prevailed. Just did a little bit kind of each way, a little kind of sitting trot. And he felt awesome. Then I walked him out. It was a decent amount of work for him. And got him back out the next day. Did the similar warm-up for him. Regular lunge with nothing on. Lunge with the saddle. I did a less amount of time lunge with the saddle so that I could get on and see if that, again, additional weight was going to make a difference. And it did not. He felt fantastic, and we actually did a nice posting trot around the backyard, which is the first time we've made it to that point in a while without having some sort of hopping. Even just like an intermittent one, we had absolutely no hopping. So I was a very happy girl. We ended up trying to just do some figure eights through the backyard because it's not the biggest space. It's kind of nice that it's more confined for bringing him back, since he is, like I said, catty and kind of a rocket ship. So we did I think my Aura ring told me that I was on him for like 20 minutes or something total, and that's obviously not all trotting. But a decent workout for both of us. Yeah, absolutely. And so he got yesterday off and today off because it was really windy. And my mom was like, I am not going to lunge him today. I'll wait until tomorrow. But he also got to wear his cute little custom Equifit boots and bonnet that I had bought him almost 3 years ago that he's never worn.
Did you get the matching saddle pad on too? Because you have it.
I don't actually have it.
What?
I have one that'll probably match well enough, but I won a gift certificate at Pinoak one year in one of the live auction raffles, and it was for a bonnet and front boots. I don't even have back boots that match. So I put those on him, and he looked like a little hairy A-show pony back out in my backyard for me to do a 20-minute workout with. But it made me happy, and he looked cute, and I think he appreciated the bonnet. He felt like he had a real job again.
Well, and you always have to go, or hope. You pull him out day 2, and you're like, did I just get lucky? Was it just one good day? And to learn that, no, it wasn't just luck, you're like, yes, thank God.
No, I feel like it was real progress. Like, he's kind of had some downtime again between the freeze and then just me being in Houston more, trying to figure out scheduling and all that stuff. And try to decide, do I push and get his hocks injected, or wait and see kind of how he does with that addition of the pad. And the pad made a lot of difference. And honestly, I didn't even put a real pad under that one. I just had the half pad under my saddle.
Interesting.
Especially my initial intention was to just lunge him and see if he liked it. And I wanted him to get the best contact with that and then be able to play with it from there. And just the pad, no shims. He was perfect.
Wait, so you didn't even put a saddle pad under, right?
Nope.
Okay, so my brain, that's what I was computing, but in my brain I also went to do you have a super thin saddle pad so that...
Oh, yeah.
Because I used to love baby pads, and I know I've seen your closet of matching saddle pads and coats, and I remember those saddle pads being pretty thick, and I'm
I have a
that
range.
might... Okay. I was going to say that might mess with the fit of it all, but if you have a really thin one, you should be good.
No, I have some that I had bought when I first got him. I think I have 2 of them for sure, and I cannot remember. I think the brand it's Exquisite.
Maybe.
That might be wrong though. I'll have to look that up. But they're super thin mesh breathable pads. Obsessed with those pads. They're so nice for the Houston summers because they do like allow them to sweat, but there's more moisture wicking material in there, so they don't soak it up really either. Like they're not going to be able to be wrung out with his sweat when you're done. But I love those things, and they'd be the perfect thinness for it. But at that point, I just wanted to see like if he liked it even by itself. And hey, at that point, if he just wants to ride in that, whatever. I'm not going to a show anytime soon.
You don't even have to wear a pad at a show. But
that's what I mean.
Did you tell Becky?
I have not. I need to reach out to her, and I'm also supposed to reach out to one of the chiropractors and get him on the schedule to like just get him touched up, looked at, see if there's anything else that like maybe that'll just help him with something. I don't know. Chiropractor can't hurt.
Yeah.
No, I need to text her and see. She saw my story that I posted about it and hearted it, so I was like, all right, she knows.
Didn't I heart it too? I feel like I saw that, then I was like, Yuri. She got to
It's so sad though. What was that? I mean, 20 minutes on Sunday and maybe like 10 minutes the day before, and most of that one was walking. I am so sore.
But like, there is no machine in the gym. There is nothing else you can do besides riding a horse to work out those adductor muscles. Like, yes, there are abductor and adductor machines, but nothing hits as deep, which sounds so weird. But if you're a horseback rider, you know, as riding a horse. Like, it's just different. And it's hard to exercise that muscle.
Having that just like slight bit of anxiety too. Like, I know I'm out of riding shape. I know he's prone to spook if he decides to. And like, if he's in that mood, the cat walking across the backyard can be enough to make him spook. And it's just like, all right, I know I have to hold on with everything I've got, and he's bouncy. So adding in that posting trot, so much fun. But oh my gosh, today's day 2 and your girl is sore, but it's the best sore, like the best feeling to know that like that work is from riding my horse again. You've
missed being that kind of sore, haven't you?
Oh my gosh, yes, I've missed it.
It's the best. Like, when
it really is.
When you know you're coming back and you're like, guys, this is it. We're making it happen.
Exactly. Gonna get it to happen, gonna get my horse back, and we're gonna be good to go.
That's it for this episode of Stable Secrets.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.